Hey folks, how you doing today? My name is Jerry Miller. Welcome to J&J Miller Real TV. And today I am going to make a strawberry pretzel salad. I don't know why it's called a salad because it's really more like a cake or pie. But in any event, it is really delicious, easy to make, and it's got a little bit of sweet and salty both in it. I think you're really gonna like it. Alrighty folks, so let's go through the ingredients here. The strawberry pretzel salad actually has 3 layers. And so on the bottom layer, you've got your crust, which is made up of crushed pretzels, about a stick and 2/3 of butter, and about 3 tablespoons of sugar. So that's gonna be the bottom layer. Then the middle layer, I've got 8 ounces of cream cheese, about 3/4 cup of sugar, and 8 ounces of whipped topping. And then for the top, I've got 2 3-ounce packages of strawberry jello. I've got my 2 cups of boiling water back here, and I've got about a pound of sliced strawberries right here. Okay folks, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the jello done because it actually has to cool to room temperature before we can pour it on the other layers. So we're gonna get this done, and while it's cooling, we'll do the rest of it. So again, this is just 2 3-ounce packages of strawberry jello. Don't follow the directions on the jello box. Follow these directions that I'm giving you. Here we've got about 2 cups of boiling hot water. And so we're just gonna mix this up. Make sure all of the jello mix is mixed up. And then we're just gonna set this aside and let it come to room temperature, okay? Alrighty folks, so now we're going to get our crust ready while that strawberry jello is setting or cooling. And so what I did here, I took about 12 ounces of pretzels, just the normal snack pretzels that you get in the potato chip aisle, and I put them in my blender and I blended them down to crumbs so I can make a crust out of it, okay? We've got about 3 tablespoons of sugar, so we're gonna mix that in. And I like to mix this in before I put the butter so I don't have, globs of salt in one bite and globs of sugar in another bite. So that's pretty mixed in. So then we have 3/4 cup, and this is about a stick and 2/3 of butter that I've just popped in the microwave and I've melted it. So we're going to combine this. Now you may be tempted to put more butter in here, but if you just work it for a few minutes, you'll get all that incorporated in without adding any more. You don't want this to have too much butter in it because then it might end up greasy and oily, and it's just better to go ahead and work the butter in really well when you're mixing this, okay? Okay, so now we're just going to put this in our 9 by 13 baking dish. And because this is so colorful, I like to use a glass baking dish for it. If you have a metal one, you could use it, but I think it just looks really nice. The presentation is really nice if you use a glass baking dish. Okay. Now we're just going to pat this down a little bit. Okay, so we're just going to kind of press this down to make a nice crust. And I know you may be thinking, oh, pretzels as a crust, but I'm telling you, with the sweetness of the strawberries and the strawberry jello, this just really, really works well. The saltiness of the pretzels down here in the bottom, it's a really, really good combination. So there we have that. We're gonna stick this in the oven at 375 for about 10 minutes. Alrighty folks, welcome back. So the crust is done baking. I put it in a 375 oven for about 10 minutes or so. It has also cooled. You wanna make sure this is cool because you're gonna be putting the whipped topping and cream cheese mixture on top of that. And so if it's warm, the cream cheese and whipped cream is going to melt. And then also you want to make sure your jello is room temperature also, because you're going to put that on top of the cream cheese and the whipped cream. And so if that's warm, then that's going to melt it also. So you want to make sure that everything is nice and cool when you put this together, okay? Mix these three together. Again, I have 8 ounces, which is 1 block of cream cheese. And then I've got about 3/4 cup of sugar. And I'm just going to mix these together, cream them together, and then we're going to fold in the whipped topping. Scrape this down real quick. Make sure I get everything mixed in. Okay. You see in a recipe that it says cream together, all that means is just to mix them to where they're nice and smooth. Usually it's with cream cheese and sugar or butter with sugar, anything with sugar, it usually says cream it together, and that just means mix it really well. So you can see the cream cheese and the sugar are all mixed in. You don't want to beat the whipped cream too much with the mixer because you'll lose a lot of the volume. So we're just going to spoon that in. And then when you see in a recipe it says fold it, this is what folding is. You just go around the bowl and you keep stirring it like this until it's all mixed in together. Okay, so we're just going to put this on our pretzel crust. We're going to smooth that out. Okay, and then a little bit. Okay, then what we're going to do is put our strawberries on here. Okay, we have our strawberries. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour our cooled jello on top of this. And then we're gonna pop this in the refrigerator to set. It'll generally take 4 to 6 hours to set. And so I'll be right back with you then. So it's set, it's ready to go. Isn't that beautiful? So we are going to cut into this bad boy. And we're going to take out a piece of it. Let's grab us a big old honkin' slice of this. Look at that. How's that look? It's beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we've got some crust, we've got some of the filling, we've got the strawberry and the jello. That's good stuff. You got the salt from the pretzels combined with the sugar that we put in the cream cheese and the sugar that's in the jello. It's just really good, really good. Light, fluffy, cool, wonderful summer dessert. Hey folks, thanks so much for watching the video. If you like it, leave me a comment, let me know. If you make this, definitely let me know what you think of it. And we really appreciate you watching us here at J&J Miller Real TV on YouTube. So if you would please, if you'd subscribe to our channel and then share it with your friends and like it and give us some comments, we would really appreciate it. See you next time. Thanks.